last born was due to go to university. My mother had died. I just graduated. My older brother too wasn't doing well, right? He needed to go to school. Who paid my brother's school fees for 5 years? It wasn't even the church. Bishop Oyedepo paid for him and 100 others. Personally. He will not come and do newspaper article about it. He will not do video about it. It's his own personal belief. Some of us who are close to him or who follow his belief always wonder why. But a man's belief is a man's belief. But I can bring to you that it frees hundreds of people who are graduates today, either because Oyedepo paid for it or Winners Chapel as a church paid for it. People talk about Covenant University. Oh, they are running a university and church members cannot afford it. Are you aware that the freeze that till today, Covenant University has not chunked out 1 kobo as profit? Covenant University is still being subsidized till tomorrow. Many people think education is cheap. But when you and I come to UK, we are paying £30,000 for degree. When we go to US, we are paying $30,000, $50,000 for degree. Are you aware that most of the universities in America are owned by church and they still charge that high? What they have done, if you're a church member, right?
Go ahead.
You can apply for some discount. You can apply for some scholarship, and that happens in Winners. You can apply because you're a church member. And like I told you, my own brother did not pay 1 Naira school fees. 5 years, Landmark University. He's a church member, right? Okay. And I'm giving context now. Some people got angry. Bishop Oyedepo did his 70th birthday. Some people gave him Rolls Royce. Some people gave him this. Some people gave him that. Where did some of these pastors become rich? Many of them impacted the lives of people like me. I'm one of them. And as we moved up the ladder, we remember people God used to help us when we were nothing. And we go back and sow seeds. Many of such pastors, however, and I say I wish they did otherwise. We use those seeds, they will buy houses, they had investment, and they manage it well. And so they live some of the best lives people think is church money. Are you aware Bishop Oyedepo has not been on salary of Winners Chapel since 1987? 1 kobo. If Bishop Oyedepo prints something on A4 paper, he buys his A4 paper with his personal money. Right? So when
I
you
want
see
to ask, and the
people,
personal money came from where? Because you said
it
that he
came
quit
from
his job to join
like
the church.
us who were blessed, who sold to him, who regularly. Some of us place our pastors on a monthly salary from what we make. And when you are pastoring at the level of millions, you know what I mean? Your friend Pastor Toby asked me the same question when I was in his house in London. When you pastor millions, right? When all of them sold to you on a regular basis, Oga, you're a billionaire, mortal. And like I said, many of them also were investing, and it didn't start today. Many of them, it was books they wrote and people read. The man who wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad. After I became successful, I went to meet the guy, and I did something with him, and I paid $25,000 just deep in my heart as a thank you, because that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, turned my life around making money and wealth. I don't know whether you understand. Many of these people have been writing books since '86 that they freeze. People read those books. It changed their lives. It's just the same thing with you. There are people who today will donate towards your cause because somehow, some way, some things you shared help them, right? And that's how many of the pastors have built wealth. However, like I said, I wish they communicated it so that people knew where the money is coming from, where the source is coming from, but I can tell you authoritatively, at least for Winners Chapel, I've been Winners for over 20 years. 1 kobo of the church money has never entered Bishop Oyedepo's account. I can tell you that authoritatively on that one.
Okay.
Now, there are
Dr.
people.
Stephen, sorry, let's break
Yes.
it, because at the end of